I grew up in a time when we had three TV channels, phones were stuck to the wall, and neighbors knew you well enough to call you by your middle name. I'm not here to pretend the past was perfect. It wasn't. But everyday life in the 1960s and 1970s taught lessons that made people stronger, and those lessons still work if we choose to use them. Kids played outside without adults watching every move. We rode bikes, made up games, and solved our own arguments. That freedom taught us how to judge risk, handle boredom, and work things out with other people. When you learn those skills, young, hard conversations later in life don't feel so scary. Today, we can bring a little of that back by giving kids and even ourselves some unsupervised time with clear boundaries. A simple park visit or backyard playtime without a script goes a long way. People also fix things instead of replacing them. Saturday mornings smelled like tools and coffee. Neighbors shared what they had, and trying to repair something, even if the fix wasn't perfect, taught patience and respect for how things work. I still have an old hammer with a taped handle. It reminds me that things and people don't have to be perfect to be useful. Before buying something new, try repairing it. Even if you fail, you learn something and keep your confidence strong. Another lesson was showing up in person. People went to school meetings, voted in every election, and checked on neighbors who seemed to be having a hard week. I once watched two men who disliked each other still follow the same routine at a town meeting: listen, speak, vote, shake hands. Community isn't about liking everyone, it's about showing up. Today, choose one local activity and make it a habit. Screens can help organize things, but real presence gives them meaning. Life also moves slower. You mailed bills, waited for photos to be developed, and saved money for things you wanted. When I saved for months to buy a record, I listened to every song with full attention. That kind of patience helps later in life when relationships and careers require long-term effort. Add a little healthy delay into your life. Walk to the store instead of clicking buy, or listen to something all the way through without skipping. Arguments were different too. Families debated loudly at the kitchen table, but they still shared dessert afterward. Disagreement didn't mean disrespect. You learned to stay connected even when you didn't agree. Set simple rules at home: no eye rolling, no attacking motives, take turns speaking, and keep eating together afterward. It teaches respect and keeps relationships strong. Schools taught practical skills like sewing, cooking, wiring a lamp, or balancing a checkbook. We weren't experts, but we learned not to fear basic tasks. Today, many people avoid simple repairs or brag about not knowing how to cook. But that's not strength, it's weakness dressed up. Try learning one small skill: sew a button, change a tire, or make soup. It builds confidence and independence. Neighbors mattered too. We knew the people living around us, shared sugar, and helped each other during storms. When the power went out, we cooked food together before it spoiled. That kind of connection wasn't about being selfless. It was smart. A strong community is a safety net. Start by learning the names of the people in the three closest homes. Offer one simple thing you can help with, like a ladder or a jump start. Boredom also played a role. Without endless screens, we had long, quiet afternoons. Boredom pushed us to read, imagine, or simply think. Some of my best ideas came from sitting in a quiet room with nothing to do. Today, give yourself a few minutes with no screens or noise. Let your mind wander. It will surprise you. We also valued privacy. Not every feeling was shared with the world. Some thoughts stayed in journals or within the family until they were ready to be spoken. Privacy wasn't hiding, it was giving your heart space to heal and grow. Create private spaces in your life. Conversations that aren't posted online, projects you work on quietly, or feelings you share only with trusted people. I remember two moments that show these lessons clearly. In 1974, my lawnmower broke, and I had no money to fix it. My neighbor, Mr. Alvarez, came over with his tools and taught me how to repair it. He refused payment and simply said I could help him someday with something he couldn't lift. That's how community works. In 1979, I saved for months to buy a record. When I finally listened to it, the waiting made it more meaningful. Years later, when my marriage hit a rough patch, I remembered that lesson. Slow down, listen fully, don't skip ahead. If you want to build strength the way earlier generations did, start small. Choose one evening a week with soft lights and no screens. Try repairing something before replacing it. Learn a neighbor's name. Ask questions before giving opinions. Save for something, even if you could buy it now. Protect one private project until it's ready to share. Strength doesn't show up all at once. It grows in everyday moments. Kids making up games, adults keeping promises, neighbors helping neighbors, and people sitting quietly long enough to hear their own thoughts. The past wasn't perfect, but it taught skills we can choose to practice again today. Keep what worked: patience, repair, showing up, and quiet moments. The rest can stay in the attic with the old avocado green blender.
If this helped you, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a quick comment. It really keeps the channel going.